19 artists died after going on Vlad TV. I just want to know, is this the artist's fault or is it Vlad's fault? Let's talk about it.
Julio got killed. I decided to go through all my interviews and write down all the people I interviewed that have died violently, along with their ages. I counted 19 people.
There is no doubt that Vlad TV hasn't been without controversy, including accusations of racism and working hand in hand with the government. Yet, recent discoveries surrounding Vlad's interviews suggest something even more unsettling. Some say the interviews are cursed.
It is what it is.
This might hold you up to a high standard.
I'm living my truth. You know what I mean?
This might hold you up to a high standard.
I'm not going to go shooting back at you.
Vlad has frequently been labeled as the police, the DEA, the feds, and other law enforcement references.
That bitch ass Fed getting away, R.I.P.
While these claims are speculations and denied by Vlad, they circulate relentlessly. What is true, however, is that 19 rappers have tragically died violent deaths after appearing in Vlad TV interviews.
I counted 19 people. Jimmy Wapo, 21, Doe B, 22, Jay the Youngin, 24, BTB Savage, 26, FBG Duck, 26, Fulio, 26, Mo 3, 28, Draco the Ruler, 28, Takeoff.
See, that's the power of being a culture vulture, because you could be so much of a culture vulture that you'll take credit for natural things that happen in life. Like, I don't even know why he glorifying that. That's crazy.
Of 28, Chinks Drugs, 31, E-Day 632, Big Low, 33, Slim 433, Nipsey Hussle, 33, Young Greatness, 34, Snooty Wild, 36, Young Dolph, 36, The Jacket, 37, Gonzo, 45.
Unbelievable, right? Let's start with Jimmy Wapo, a fast-rising rapper from Pittsburgh's Hill District. He was tragically killed in a double shooting on June 18, 2018, in the same neighborhood where he grew up and launched his music career. On the day of his death, Pittsburgh police responded to a double shooting on Wiley Avenue, where they found two men inside a vehicle suffering from gunshot wounds. One victim survived in stable condition, but the other, Jimmy Wapo, was transported in critical condition and later passed at UPMC Presbyterian Hospital. The county medical examiner's office confirmed that he died from a gunshot wound to the head.
This is a huge loss for the city, as I said before, but seeing the amount of people that showed up shows that how much support, shows the support system that he had, and just shows how much he meant to the community as well as the whole city.
What's eerie is that Wapo appeared on Vlad TV just a year before, discussing his early music days and surviving two previous shootings, only to be killed after sharing his story on the platform.
I was watching an interview where you were speaking about how getting shot changed you.
I mean, yeah, the second time I got shot, first time I got shot, I was more eager to get back at what happened to me, you know what I mean? Because it was I was younger, way younger. And the second time I had much more shit on the line. I had a daughter.
This pattern continues with another artist.
See, that's what I'm saying. So to say it's Vlad's fault is kind of insane. If you got shot before there twice, that's what you into. You know what I mean? You into that, and that's what come with that. So we just got to, before we pass the judgment, let's just realize that.
Doe B, who had a similar fate, a member of Grand Hustle, Doe B sat down for an interview with Vlad in 2013, where he talked about being shot in the eye, which left him with his signature eye patch. But just months later, on December 7th, 2013, he was shot and killed in his hometown of Montgomery, Alabama, at the Sentinel Bar and Grill. He was struck in the leg and bled to death before reaching the hospital. Both cases leave an unsettling feeling, especially considering their appearances on Vlad TV before their untimely deaths.
I got shot in 09, I was 17.
Okay, what led up to that?
Oh man, just numerous altercations, just, in the streets, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Moving 1,000 miles per hour, that come with it, but blessed to be up to this day to be on Vlad TV.
While some point to the lawlessness, neighborhood rivalries, and deep-rooted jealousy in Montgomery as the cause of Doe B's death, we can't ignore the eerie connection to his interview with Vlad TV. Interestingly, it was Vlad himself who first observed this troubling pattern of rappers passing away after appearing on his platform.
Do you ever have bad dreams and see any of them?
Yo,
No, not really, I'll be honest. Because I didn't get really close to any of the people that I mentioned.
Oh,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying? They weren't like personal friends. They were people that I interviewed.
But I would think you seeing these faces come and go in there. I look up and see one of them. Vlad, you might got PTSD.
Another rapper who sat down with Vlad for an interview was Jada. In 2018, Vlad discussed the alarming number of rappers killed in Louisiana, which Jada found tragic. Aware of the potential for violence, Jada, whose real name was Javarius Scott, mentioned in the interview that he planned to leave his hometown soon.
When you in your city and you really just starting to come up, it's envy. Everybody really envy you, like they really don't like it. If you're not with them or doing something to help them, they don't like you, they hate you, they just don't want to see you win. It's sad to say, but it's the truth. I mean, he said it right. You move or you die, or you go to jail, because you're gonna have to put yourself in a position where you're gonna crash out, or you just gonna die.
Sadly, he never made it out of Louisiana. 4 years after his interview, he was fatally shot in his hometown of Bogalusa.
Killed in his hometown of Bogalusa. Officials say a family member was also shot and survived. Mike McDaniel has spoken with investigators in the case, and he's joining us live now with more details on it all. Mike?
That's what we need to think about. Why is it always somebody that get hit and somebody survive? Maybe we need to look at the people that survive. That's probably the problem. Maybe it ain't Vlad. It's all these goddamn survivors that just keep surviving, and all these other people that's found victim.
Hey there, Katie. Javarius Scott, a rapper who goes by the stage name Jada, was just 24 years old. In his very short music career, he was really able to make a name for himself, not just in his hometown here in Bogalusa, but also the music industry. He died last night after police say he was shot multiple times. He and another man, who family members say was his father, Kenyatta Scott Sr., were shot outside of a home on Superior Avenue.
Some wonder if his interview with Vlad contributed to the tragic events, though his murder remains unsolved.
Damn near all of them died either in their home city or close to their home cities.
Up-and-coming rapper BTB Savage, whose real name was Daryl Gentry, appeared on Vlad TV and recounted the incident in which he fatally shot Omar Richardson, a man who allegedly attempted to rob him at his apartment.
Here we go. Today we have BTB Savage, who was recently involved in killing a man in self-defense who tried to rob him at his home. Welcome to Vlad TV.
Yes, sir. What's the deal, man?
Okay, first off, I'll automatically gonna tell Vlad, don't start my interview off like that. That's off top. Don't start my interview off like that. But people want clout. Write clout in the comments if you know clout is the biggest drug in the world. He want clout. Look at his face. You wanted clout by even starting off like that. I'm not gonna say, I would have, like, tippy-toed around it. Yeah, man, we heard you had a situation lately. Would you like to touch on it? I'll briefly touch on it, but, a family was affected. Somebody tried to come in. I had to do what I had to do. It's documented. That's how I would have left it as public record.
Well, number one, I'm glad you're safe. You had a very, very traumatic situation that recently happened.
He explained that police had ruled the shooting an act of self-defense and no charges were filed against him. However, just days after the interview, BTB Savage was shot and killed in Houston while sitting in his vehicle. Authorities later charged Montrell Burley with his murder, stating that it was an act of revenge for Richardson's death. Some believe his fate may have been sealed by his decision to speak publicly about the incident on Vlad TV.
And that people was kind of mad at the BTB Savage interview.
We could talk about that.
That was kind of crazy. People feel, you know what it felt like? No disrespect to you, but it felt like you added fuel to the fire. That's what people feel like. They're like, yo, Vlad added fuel. Even though a rapper's gonna come up here and the artist is gonna come up here and say whatever they want to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you talk about a person that you killed, right, online,
crazy.
and rest in peace to BTB Savage and the dude that got killed, because I stay out of the politics. Rest in peace. Just, we need to stop the violence, period. But, when he talked about the murder, 4 days later, he got killed.
Chicago rapper FBG Duck, who was shot and killed on August 4th, 2020, is part of the list as well.
FBG Duck, big clout, what's good?
What's the word, man?
A lot of people have been hitting me, and I'm sure you as well, to do this interview.
Hey, they've been hitting me up too. They've been hitting me up about it.
Yeah, I've been getting tweets and emails and DMs and everything about it. I'm glad it finally happened.
Same thing this way, man.
Yeah, man. A lot of respect for artist success. I looked at some of these videos.
Drop a rest in peace in comments, bro. These is a lot of young men with talent, man. You know what I mean? I'm a parent. I have a kid. I need y'all to write hashtag parent gang if you're a parent. And, you know, we want our kids to grow up. We don't want our kids to, you know, fall victim to the streets and all this stuff. So write a rest in peace in comments.
Like songs like Right Now with 8 million views, man. That's not easy to do.
I mean, you know, can't do nothing but thank the fans and thank God. You know what I'm saying? Proud of myself, you know. It's more to come, though. It's more to come. It's more to come.
Looking forward to it.
In a 2017 interview, the late rapper FBG Duck, born Carlton Weekly, opened up about his life, discussing his upbringing, the death of his friend Tuka, and his own near-death experiences. Whether it was due to this interview or his music, in which he frequently dissed his rivals, a $100,000 bounty was reportedly placed on his head. FBG Duck was ambushed by 4 gunmen who exited 2 vehicles and opened fire while he stood on a sidewalk. Duck was rushed to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, but succumbed to his injuries. A federal jury later convicted 6 suspected gang members in connection with his murder.
Alleged members of Chicago's O Block gang have been convicted in the 2020 murder of a rapper known as FBG Duck. Duck's real name was Carlton Weekly. He was shot and killed shopping on Oak Street.
He also did a song that's crazy a couple of days before he died.
In the Gold Coast, the Tribune reports it took the jury 2 days to arrive at a verdict. The 6 convicted suspects are men between the ages of 24 and 34. All 6 were convicted of conspiracy to commit murder and murder in the aid of racketeering. 5 of them were also convicted of using a gun when Weekly was shot. Prosecutors say the men targeted Weekly as part of a long-running gang dispute.
Another rapper on this unfortunate list, connected to Vlad TV interviews, is Mo3. After sitting down for an interview in 2019, he was tragically killed in 2020.
He ended up passing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
Why the name Osama on the chains?
Yeah. Oh, look. Get that Osama 3 line on the bottom of that bitch, too, and diamond. And I'm done nobody catch that because I know it got a lot going on. 257 carats, but Osama 3 line on the bottom. Man, that's my. I'm a Gemini, man. So you know, that's my other me. Osama is my other me. You know what I'm saying? That's the bad guy.
Peace, Mo 3.
All right. I mean, it obviously comes from Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, that's my uncle.
That's your uncle.
Yeah, I'm nephew.
Okay. I mean, why compare yourself to, you know, who the world's biggest terrorist, essentially?
Cause in this game, I'm like a terrorist. Like, I might be this tall, but you know the bombs be little. The littlest bomb got the biggest. You know what I'm saying?
Melvin Abdul Noble was only 28 when he was gunned down in a midday attack in Dallas. 2 suspects were arrested in connection with his murder: Kewan Dontrell White, the alleged gunman, and another man named Devin Maurice Brown.
A Dallas rapper is dead today after he was shot on I-35. 28-year-old Melvin Noble, also known as MO3, was shot on I-35 northbound near the Beckley-Zane curb. DPD says that Noble was approached by a gunman, a suspect who was driving a dark-colored vehicle. Noble apparently got out of his car and ran southbound when he was shot. Police also tell us that the gunman shot an innocent bystander as well.
In 2000.
See, that's the thing with me is like when you start thinking about why, you know what I mean? The why is the most important part, is why do things get to this level? Why have things gotten into that level? What happened to make somebody get you on a highway, and, you know, what led up to that? These are the type of things that we deal with, you know, as fans of the culture and the things that we got to witness. It's sad, though. You know, none of these stories really add up to nothing. It's either somebody go to jail, somebody lose a life, somebody lose a father. It doesn't add up. You know what I mean? Guys, honestly, on this channel, if you guys want me to keep watching this, write part 2 in the comments. It's real simple, but we'll keep it going. This is Rich House Reviews. I'm at 56,000, on my way to 100,000 by the end of the year. So make sure you subscribe and hit the top bell, and I'll definitely see you on the next one.